ASL Season 2. Premier League Group Stage Round of 32.
Okay guys, we return, and for you we have another game, a glorious Zerg vs Zerg on Star Station.
Woo! Alright.
Oh yeah.
In the upper left-hand corner, my clan leader for Clan Triple T. It is the Red Zerg.
PasT.
And his opponent, across the map, in green, and looking pretty teamless.
Yip.
Alright, ZVZ, man. Love some ZVZ. What do you think? I know you made a bet with somebody out in the crowd there. And I did too. Well, I think I did. Neuralisk should have taken my bet on over-under on 14 minutes. He said under. I took over. What was yours?
Mine was Kangaroo bet that PasT would take it 2-1, and I bet that that wasn't the case.
Okay, so anything other than 2-1 pass. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got a pool going down first for both players here before hatch, and an extractor going in addition for PasT. Now, it looks like Yip's going to go ahead and set himself up with a whole bunch of queued up little green dots there for his drone for that hatchery. And there it goes. So,
no little heart?
No little heart. I didn't see a heart. It was just a whole bunch of squash.
Yeah, a pretty similar build out of these two players. Yip going for a later gas and a faster hatch, so just kind of swapping those bits around.
The
But that's
difference is only 13 seconds.
Yeah,
So.
it's not that big a deal. The only difference that's really going to arise is perhaps the highly increased speed that we could well see out of PasT, because he's going to have speed starting now.
Hey, now.
Compared to his opponent, who was on 8 gas.
Yeah, I was going to say just starting to mine gas. So
Yeah.
if he wants to do some early Ling harass, or at least give himself map control temporarily, he'll certainly be able to do that.
Yeah.
It'll just basically see. Okay, well, he does. I was going to see what's the follow-up going to be on Lings, and there's 6 Lings coming out immediately here. So
We might be seeing some aggression.
yeah, maybe try to just hold back that natural. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, obviously with this Overlord Scout, and in Zerg vs Zerg, everyone has the Scout right outside their opponent's base for most of the time. It's going to be, I mean, it's been seen. There we go. It's been seen right away by Yip. So Yip knows that this is on its way, and the Baneling Nest is coming down in response. No, it's not, but Yip's got a defensive stance to the aggressive stance of his opponent, and that could work out quite nicely for our green Zerg, whereas our red one is going to have much later Banelings. In fact, we don't even see a Baneling Nest, because that gas was immediately stopped being mined after 100. It's going to be Ling Bane versus Ling. So we're going to come down to Micro, the best kind of ZVZ.
Yep. Ling speed's done. Let's see if he turns around. He got that. I think it was okay. It was canceled.
Oh, lovely. Great cancel. Getting that down. Going to build it again. But now there are only 2 Lings left, and the reinforcement advantage for Yip is going to allow the hold, at least for the moment, by our green player.
Now here comes a lot more Lings streaming across the map. We have 20 more coming, but there are going to be 3 Banelings, so it depends on his micro here to deal with these Banelings.
I want to see this so badly. The Micro is going to be decisive, and where's the control? Where's the control?
Oh my god, that was so close.
Oh, that's really nice. Yip is controlling this very nicely, but needs to be careful. Can't lose those. Losing another. This is so tense, man. I don't even know how to commentate during Ling Bane.
I know.
It's so
I'm watching,
fast-paced.
I'm just holding my breath. Oh.
Don't lose that! Don't lose that, dude! Oh man, the Lings are just keeping coming across for PasT again and again and again. Yip desperately trying to make a few Lings with speed almost complete. Soon going to be on an even footing.
God.
Whoa, that was a bit close. I actually think... No, Yip's not bringing the Banelings into the fight. That's so important. You need those. Yip's control has been a little bit off at the moment. The engagements have been favouring PasT so much so far.
1 Baneling left. That's the last Baneling.
Lingering, it is the last Baneling. The Ling reinforcements are coming across for both players. Yip now has speed, so can engage and disengage as he sees fit.
Yeah, but we got more rallied Lings coming in here from PasT. It is Lingfest 2014 right now. And he hasn't made a single drone at his natural. He is continuing. He is making a Baneling nest of his own.
It's total aggression, absolutely total aggression out of PasT, and basically total defense out of Yip. That can of course switch at a moment's notice, and as I say that, the Lings do begin to run back across the map. This, I think, could be a mistake. I don't think Yip's got the forces to beat the
he doesn't.
Rate.
He doesn't.
He's got to be super careful. I mean, with speed, he can run. He can get back out of this if he should choose, and indeed is choosing very wisely, I think.
Oh my goodness, this is just. I love Ling on Ling action. It really is a test of micro, and their APMs are both in the mid 150s to 160s, so they can handle it. And as you saw from PasT, he wasn't allowing his Lings to get destroyed. He was trying to focus down a Baneling here and there, but he didn't take any big hits. And let's see actually how many Lings have been lost. Yeah. 60 to 26. So actually, PasT has lost quite a few more Lings. Oh,
yeah,
you know what? It counts the Banelings as losses. Interesting. I just noticed that on the tab.
Huh. I think there was just a couple of Lings. Losing a Baneling, I think, past there. A little bit concerning. But all of Yip's forces have run totally out of position.
Oh boy.
What is all that's the little Banelings. But why? Oh, great cost-effective Bane there. But there's no forces here for Yip. There are going to be a couple popping out now, but at this moment in time, there's really not a lot going on. All of Yip's forces are in the main of his opponents. We could just see a base race.
Yeah, this could turn into one disgusting little base race.
Yeah. The reinforcements for both players are just pure Zerglings at this point. Yip does have a drone lead by a pretty serious, pretty serious lead.
We had no idea that was going to be the map. It is going to be the clan leader from Triple T.
PasT.
And his opponent directly across the map in the green trunks and looking teamless but strong is our second Zerg player.
Yip.
Okay, I'm making a quick caster bet. You guys have 30 seconds, take it or leave it, because I know there's a 15-second delay. 5 caster dollars. I bet that we will not see a hive started in this game.
I like that bet. That's cool.
Started. So it doesn't even have to finish. But I am saying it will not even be started in this game. So somebody will take the hive bet, say take hive bet, and then VT Archer will mark it down. If not, you're lost. Because I pretty much donate money because I'm always wrong.
And if none of you take that bet, then I will take that bet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll give them a couple seconds, see what happens here. Right now it's just macro on macro. No surprise here on such a huge map. Both players going hatch first. And let's see. Take hive bet. Yep. Okay. So Tsunami Gaming took it.
Yeah.
So 5 caster dollars on that, and he wants a hive, and I do not. So we'll see. I just don't see it. These two players have both shown to be aggressive. Yip was actually being more passive that game, despite him winning from aggression. He wasn't going for the quick gas. He went for the Baneling nest before the speed, and he was playing with defensive Banes. PasT was playing as the aggressor, but when he ran out of money, then Yip just used everything he had left and shoved it in his face. And that's essentially what happened there. Would you agree?
I absolutely do agree, but I think on this map, with both players having gone for the hatch first, feeling a little bit safer because it is Frost, where you can kind of get away with that sort of thing a little bit more, I think we might be more inclined to see a bit closer to a macro style, and I want to see the mid-game Roach or Roach Hydra, and that's why I wanted to take the hive bet, because I think we could get as far as 3-3.
Oh, I know. I try to pick a bet that's very plausible. Yeah, it's certainly plausible to get hive on this one, and I want to give my money away as time goes on. So if I win, I win. If I don't, congratulations, Tsunami will get $5. So we'll see. But Natural's going down. We do have a defensive spine crawler here from Yip. Not so much from PasT. This is a cross spawn, so the biggest map on the biggest angle is, if they can get their overlords placed throughout the center of the map here, they're going to be in reasonable shape. Now, keep in mind right now, we do have 4 lings going across the map from Yip that have crossed over center, and there is no defense at the moment from PasT, so he could lose his queen if it is directly focused down. Yeah. And the answer is no. He's going to lose a couple drones.
Nice. It's run away. The queen's legged it.
Yep.
I think perhaps that PasT was anticipating slightly more aggressive ling push rather than just this. Oh, he gets it!
You got it. You got to.
Oh, that was jammy. I think that PasT was getting ready to wall off across his ramp to make sure that the lings couldn't just stream in. But as it turned out, that was not the right move. There were only 4 lings coming out from Yip. Yip not overcommitting in any sense of the word.
Yeah, I'm checking his vision right now, PasT vision. He hasn't quite made it to Yip's base, and he's assuming he's in the bottom right-hand corner, even though he actually never checked the upper right-hand corner. But I think because he looked at that, no, he could theoretically have been wrong. He didn't scout the natural or the main of the upper right, but ultimately he is going the correct direction. So,
yeah. At this point, where did they go? Where are those? There were some defensive banes somewhere.
Yeah, see, and that's going to cost Yip some early money here because he's having to play a little more careful after seeing what PasT did in Game 1. So he's burning a little bit of early gas here for those defensive banes, but at the same time, PasT isn't being aggressive at all. And
yeah, I think it's worth it, and I tend to agree.
Now, he does have a baneling nest of his own, so if he had to play defensively, he could. Surprisingly, again, there is really no defense here for PasT, so he's going to lose some more drones. Queen's actually doing a pretty good job here, and 3 lings scaring him away.
Yeah, only these tiny little ling attacks. I feel like Yip could be scouting a bit more with these instead of just kind of chucking a couple towards his opponent and kind of throwing them away to a greater extent. But even so, Yip is looking pretty good, but not as good, I would say, as PasT, who's gone for a really, really fast lair. I mean, crazy fast. His spy is in production now at it started at 720.
Yeah, and the lair hasn't even started here for Yip.
Right.
And like I said, that's one of the things I look at when I'm talking about, okay, yes, banelings don't cost a ton of gas, but those 50 gas that went into the baneling nest, there was 50 gas that went into the 2 banelings, there's 100, there's your lair tech.
Yeah.
It slows you down a little bit, especially in these earlier games. Oh, no.
That said, though, nice little ling attack.
Oh! That was beautiful.
Defended expertly by PasT.
Now the scout's going to get off here, and he's going to see the spire. Yep, that was useful.
He knows.
Those 2 lings were more beneficial than all the ones that died to the banelings.
That's so true. So yeah, the lair now beginning for Yip, and I want to see what tech he chooses to go for, because he's gone for the melee ground. So he should be going towards Lingbei Muta.
Mm-hmm. Or he could be going for... I don't see this being the case, but usually when I see melee, okay, you're going to get the lings, and then I feel like you're going to see ultras later on. And that would be Hive Tech. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. I don't know if he's going to go Mutas, and the reason I say that is because he already knows he's behind with Mutas. He knows the Spire is already done. And usually you don't want to be playing catch-up in a Muta-on-Muta battle. So there's 11 Mutas in production right now. 3rd base going down.
And this one's going to get cancelled. It has to be. Yip can't defend this realistically. Yeah, cancelled. The drone gets out. How?
What? With 1 HP? All right,
luckiest drone in existence. And the whole time, Yip's forces are legging it across the battlefield. He's getting ready to put some pressure on the 3rd base off PasT, but there's Mutas how to defend this.
Yeah, the Mutas are going to shut that down. Even with the 1/1 upgrades here, it's just not going to be enough. He's going to try and get some more drones, though, but ultimately, there's lings and Mutas here. And banelings being morphed in the background now, just in case he swings back around again. And how many's 4 crawlers? I know we got 1 over here, and we got
1 in the main, 1 in the natural.
He is going for a Spire. I honestly feel like this is a mistake. Only time will tell whether I'm right or wrong. But I don't feel like you should be playing catch-up. In a situation like this, I would be transitioning to an infestation pit, or I would be getting Hydras.
Has to make up a 14 Mutalisk deficit, and that number is growing all the time.
Yeah, and +1 armor is half done. So he's going to be behind in the upgrades.
So hard. It's going to be so difficult. Yip is playing from a very behind position.
Oh boy, and we're about to have a unit swap. Oh boy, he's gonna have to chase all these. Oh!
Well,
there goes one
the mid-map
pocket up.
force is gone.
Yep. But he's gonna get all the way in here.
Yeah, he's going to be able to run and split his forces between the natural and the mineral line, doing some pretty good damage, killing off a lot of workers now.
Oh
But even
my
so,
goodness.
Yip is actually still behind, even as the dust. No, losing more and more as we go into the natural. There we go, equalized now. So for all of that, he put his
Wow.
opponent at a 2-worker deficit.
Yeah, after all that, 25 workers were killed in that engagement.
That's a lot. It really is.
Wow. But at the same time, PasT does have that third base, which was unaffected by that little engagement. And Yip's still trying to get that third base down. And here comes the flock of seagulls, as I like to call them. And they are
Just some
flocking
angry
over-
seagulls.
Yeah, they are. And they're in their flying V formation, and here they come. Those mutas are no match for
Right.
PasT mutas. He does
The count's
not
so
no.
uneven.
Yeah, he can't engage that. He'll lose them all. 15-7, and then on top of that, PasT has the armor upgrade, and he's going for +2 armor. So he's just going to continue to deny this third and let himself pull ahead in macro. Hit and runs. That's the name of this game.
At this point, I really think that Yip has to go for some kind of big play. Basically, he has to go for an all-in, go for a kill move, because it's not looking like he can win out with macro. It just keeps not working again and again.
Well, here's the only mistake PasT is making right now. This has been Ling run by after Ling run by. He just lost 8 more workers again. Well, why not drop 3 spine crawlers? If you're going to keep losing these workers, drop 3 at your natural, drop 3 at your main, drop 3 at your third, and that will never happen again.
In a weird way, I think it's because he keeps losing the workers that he isn't turning his workers into buildings. But even so,
20
now,
on 12, this is still heavily
fights.
favoring PasT.
the Lings are just going for another counterattack every time.
Yeah, they're drawing back these mutas over and over again. There's no static defense. None. Which, I mean, we're at 45 workers in climbing killed to 1.
And even so, I don't see PasT losing this game in a bizarre sense. Yip, even having killed off so many workers again and again and again, has this massive Mutalisk deficit, this massive upgrade deficit to deal with. Even if they get to equal Mutalisks, the upgrades aren't something you can hurry as a Zo player.
No, absolutely not. And
By the time +1 Carapace is finished for Yip, +2 is going to be finished for his opponent.
yeah, so that'll cancel that out.
Yeah.
And units, we're looking at 20 mutas to 15, so the advantage size is decreasing. He needs to kill those spore crawlers off with the Lings.
Obviously, they are Mutalisk kryptonite. They could be the
my
answer.
goodness.
Here it
PasT's
comes.
gotta get out of there.
Yeah,
We're keeping the
you can't
units
fight
tab
that.
up. It's 17 on 17, but the armor advantage goes to PasT. No, not yet. Actually, right, yeah, it does still. They're both going to finish at like the exact same time here. No Ling counterattack made it by. Oh, yeah, it did. Again.
It always does.
Oh my god.
Always does.
Where are the spine crawlers?
Yip taking a worker lead.
My god, this is killing me.
If PasT
Ugh.
loses this, it would be the most incredible. Well,
if he loses this, I blame
yeah,
it to spine crawlers.
it'd be a throw. It would actually be a little bit of a throw because PasT, he had this game in the bag. He really did. And it's now looking like it might not just go his way straight forward.
Yep.
Here it comes. This is another Muta versus Ling engagement. With these queens here, he's going to be able to transfuse the spine crawlers, and I actually would really like to see just a big kind of spine wall out of Yip, but it might be too big of an investment at this point in time.
I'd like to see a Ling run by from PasT into the main. There is no defense.
That would be very cool. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. And then pull no, you know what? Ling run way into the third, Muta attack into the main. There's enough Mutalisks
Yeah,
to
there
deal
you
with
go.
this wall crawler by now.
Yeah.
Is he coming?
And then he could snipe the Spire. And he'd win the game.
Yes!
He'd win the game.
Yeah, he would. He actually
I want
would.
to see. He's never scouted the main. That's the problem. I'm looking right now. He never got in the main.
No. Yip is getting the Infestation Pit now. So Yip could be teching towards either Infestors to deal with the Mutalisk, which would be a pretty smart decision, or we could be seeing that dreaded Hive tech.
I honestly feel like it's going to be Infestor Fungal. I mean, I yes, I'm rooting against Hive Tech because of my bet, but I just don't think it's going to be that anyway. If it is, it is. But I really think Infestors would be the way to go here.
Attack from the Mutalisks into the third base of PasT. Finally, the Mutalisk counts. No, they haven't evened up totally. Actually, this could be really difficult for Yip.
Oh my
Yip
goodness, this is going to be huge for PasT.
Oh. Okay, I think that was a mistake. That was possibly quite an unwise. No, you know it's not too bad. 22 to 27, and there's a big. Look at the run boys from the Lings. Yip's just splitting his forces so well. I think the Mutas into the third could have been a bait.
Yeah, but he lost a lot of them.
How many gained?
So 101 workers have been killed by.
Yip just killed 32 workers in that attack alone.
Oh my god, 101. I don't usually see that unless it's a 50-minute game. That
TVT.
Yeah, that's like the only time I see that.
The Mutas can't engage. They can't engage in range of a Spore Crawler. That's basically just suicide. The upgrades are unequal, but yep, they're firing. The Spores are firing. Good control from Yip could swing this. Oh
yeah,
no, that's a risk.
11 more Mutas. This is gonna go for PasT all the way.
It is. Yip's engaging out of range of his Spores, and I don't know why.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that was. Let's see if that evened up the resources lost. PasT is actually still down by 3,000. And here's another Ling run by.
It's just lost too many workers.
No static defense.
Static defense is pretty strong. There's not even queens left at this point. PasT has lost so many of them. Does he even have any left? No, he has no queens. God. So he's not injecting. He can't do anything.
7 workers, 6 workers, 4 workers. And Yip wins. Oh, hang on, I gotta see him.